Hey everyone, it's Cody.
And it's Dana.
And these are notes from the workshop. And this week we're coming to you from the EarthLinks kitchen because we have a great tip for keeping your food scraps from ending up in the landfill. And specifically, we're talking about vermicomposting or worm composting. And that's a method of raising red wiggler worms and harvesting their castings, or in other words, worm poop, which is an extremely rich fertilizer for amending soil in your garden or for your houseplants. Vermicomposting is especially beneficial and convenient for people who don't have a lot of space in their garden for a regular compost pile, or no yard at all, like if you're living in an apartment like I do or like Dana does.
Same with me.
Because vermicomposting can be done right in the kitchen, right under the sink, so it's right there when you need it.
Mm-hmm. Did you know that worms eat their weight in organic matter every day? 1 pound of red wiggler worms will process 1 pound of organic matter daily. That's a lot of food.
That's really helpful.
Yep. So let's first look at what's in our bin here at EarthLinks.
You can see inside.
Mm-hmm. So we have 3 main components in our worm bin. We have the worms, which are very helpful. We have about 1 pound of worms in this bin. Then we also have the bedding. So our bedding is comprised of hay, damp newspaper, and then also dried leaves as well. So that comprises the bedding. And then we also put our food scraps into the bin weekly. So worms should be fed once per week. It's important to keep an eye on the amount of food that you are feeding the worms, just based on what is being eaten and what is not being eaten. Things like that. So keep the worm bin in a cool, dry place because worms don't like light or really cold atmospheres.
So under the kitchen sink is perfect.
Perfect, yes. And we also, here at EarthLinks, we keep aside our own compost jar with food specifically for the worms. So we're going to talk about some good and bad foods that the worms like to eat or don't like to eat.
So first, the good. What can you put in the worm bin? Pretty much any vegetable or fruit scraps, with some exceptions, which we'll talk about. Any used tea bags or tea leaves, coffee grounds, and if you have the organic brown paper filters, those can go in too. Crushed eggshells, avocados, and dried leaves. The worms love it.
Love it. But what they don't especially love are citrusy foods, so such as oranges or lemons, really acidic foods like that. Meats, glossy papers, spicy vegetables, such as peppers or onions, or dairy products. None of that.
So if you are curious about what the worms might or might not like to eat, what you can do is just put the things that you think they might want to eat in the bin and then keep an eye on it. Because over time, the worms are pretty picky and they'll tell you by not eating it if they don't like it. It'll just sit there and mold.
They'll let you know.
They'll let you know. So if you want to learn more about worm composting, you can give us a call here at EarthLinks or stop by our office at 28th and Larimer in Denver. And if you want to start composting on your own, we have worm composting kits available for purchase that come complete with a bin, a pound of worms, and bedding for you to get started at home. Or if you want to just benefit from the castings and help your houseplants out, you can purchase a jar of castings from our worm farm here at EarthLinks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's it. Thanks so much.
Thank you.